Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ka Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amath. I want to give a double honor to the elders of GMS and a salutation to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the Carbon Yasharala, coming out of the GMS Lions Den camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I'll be coming out with a little lesson today. And the title of this lesson is called Strong Delusion. As you know, our people are caught up in a lot of strong delusions. They worship these other false gods and graven images that are no powers, and our people are caught up in these so-called religions, which are also delusions. I'm gonna just name a few of them that most of our people, mainly the Southern Kingdom, they caught up in that one strong delusion of Christianity. That's like 79, we'll say 79% of the Southern Kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They're caught up in this Christianity. They're caught up in the delusion of Christianity when they fail to realize that when our people fled from Jerusalem in 70 AD to like they like to call it Africa, but it was really the west coast of Canaan, the land of Canaan. They were Hebrew Israelites before they went back into bondage by ship, according to pursuant to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. Our people were Hebrew Israelites before, they went into slavery. It wasn't until they got here in Babylon that they became the so-called Christian, that they became the so-called African American. Even calling yourself something that you are not, it's a delusion. Our people are not African American. African American derives from the terms and the names Scipio Africanus and Amerigo Vespucci. That's where you get African American from. Supposedly, Scipio Africanus was supposed to take over the so-called land of Africa, which was the land of Canaan in the scriptures. And Scipio Africanus supposedly took over this land, and he called it America, but in the Apocrypha it was called the land of Arsareth, which is another land. The definition of it is another land, but nonetheless, our people are caught up in these strong delusions, such as Christianity, this evangelical stuff, the mainline Protestant, historically black Protestant, Catholicism or the Catholic, the Mormonism, Orthodox Christianity, Jehovah's Wickedness, other Christian beliefs. Our people caught up in Islam, and they atheists, and they want to believe in agnostics and other unaffiliated religions, such as the Kemetic BS that they believe in, and the manifest destiny, and all this other trash. But these are strong delusions that our people are caught up in, and they are in these delusions. The Heavenly Father turned them over to these delusions because they did not want to follow Him and worship Him. So He let them go their own pernicious way. But without further ado, let me just get into the scriptures. Now, this is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressingly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Now, the latter times are here. As a matter of fact, the latter times have been here for some time now. And our people have departed from the faith. They have departed from the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. They have departed from the ways of life. They have departed from the true living power and the way He say live, which is Yahweh, the Heavenly Father. He exists. They've given heed unto the seducing spirits and these doctrine of devils. They have went and followed the beliefs and the doctrines and the philosophies of these other heathen nations that don't have no true power. They don't have the true living power. They can't pray to the true living power. That's why you have all these nations. They pray to Ganesh and Buddha, and they bow down to Taoism and just all manner of strong delusions. Our people have given heed to these doctrines. Christianity, Mormonism. But anyways, I'm gonna keep going. Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Our people, they speak lies. They speak these hypocrisy. of these doctrines. Their consciences are seared with a hot iron. The Heavenly Father has burned the wisdom out of their mind. Basically, he seared their consciousness for them to, so that they would believe in such a thing. They would believe in these strong delusions. Our people don't have no intent on turning back to the one true power. They don't have no intent on turning back to the truth. Turning back to the fact that they are Israelites. Turning back to the fact that the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh. Turning back to the fact that they are not Christians or Catholics or Mormons or Islamic or Kemetic, however you want to say that. But this is Romans chapter 1, verse 21. Because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as Yahweh, as God. Neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. See, even when our people knew that Yahweh was the Heavenly Father, he was the one true power, when Yahweh is the God, the living power, they did not glorify him as that power. And they was not thankful that the Heavenly Father did the miraculous things that he did for Israel, like delivering them out of slavery, keeping their enemies from overtaking them when they was being obedient. They were not thankful to the Heavenly Father, but they became vain in their imaginations. You imagine things in your mind, in your heart, your la'ab. This is where the heart is. This is where your emotions come from. You imagine things, they imagine things in their heart, in their mind. What's those things? What? Worshiping these false gods, going after these doctrines of devils. And their foolish heart, their mind, it was darkened by these delusions. Our people chose delusion over the truth. They chose doctrines of devils over the truth. They chose to worship false deities over the true power. Verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. Our people became fools. They professed themselves to be wise in these doctrines, in these strong delusions, and they became fools. Verse 23, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power, Yahweh, into an image made like to a corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. See, our people changed the glory of the Most High, the Heavenly Father, into an image like a corruptible man. And they started worshiping all these crazy things, such as birds and four-footed beasts, these graven images made after these birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Verse 24, wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts, Salakia, of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. So the Heavenly Father saw this, and he gave our people up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, their own mind, to dishonor their bodies. Why? They dishonor their bodies through worshiping all these false doctrines, worshiping all these false deities. This is the beginning of this strong delusion, and our people are in a strong delusion. They've been in it and are still in it. Verse 25, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. They changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie. How did they do that? Worshiping and believing in doctrines of devils, following after Christianity, calling themselves evangelicals, mainline Protestant, historically black Protestant. If you look at the word Protestant, the first word in it is protest. They put the A-N-T on the end, protest. What are they protesting? They're protesting against the truth. When you don't believe in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, you don't walk according to his scriptures, you are protesting the truth. You don't believe in the truth. Anyways, turning themselves over to being Catholics, and Mormons and Orthodox Christians and Jehovah's Witnesses, other Christian beliefs, Islam, atheism, agnostic, unaffiliated religions such as the Kemetic mess. Our people